Hey, remember that time Elon Musk bought the presidency? And then as a result, he's in the Oval Office holding court while Trump sits there silently and his son runs around like picking his nose. You know what's worse than that? If he buys the Wisconsin Supreme Court. I talked about Wisconsin a lot leading up to the election because what can happen in Wisconsin can literally dictate what happens in the country. And right now, Wisconsin has a 4-3 liberal majority on the Supreme Court. And if they flip one seat and it goes 4-3 the other way, that can have far-reaching implications in coming years. And you know who knows that? Elon Musk knows that. He posted this tweet the other day. Very important to vote Republican for the Wisconsin Supreme Court to prevent voting fraud. Voting fraud. You know that thing that supposedly we use but just didn't bother to use in the last presidential election? Yeah, he's still running with that. He made this tweet, but it's not just tweeting about it. A PAC funded by him called Building America's Future is backing Brad Schimmel. Now, the Wisconsin Supreme Court elections are officially nonpartisan, but Judge Schimmel has been endorsed by the Republican Party of Wisconsin and backed by that aforementioned PAC. And also Susan Crawford has been endorsed by the Democratic Party. And Susan is the one we need to win this. Now, Susan Crawford is a dedicated public servant who's always put the needs of the people of Wisconsin first, and she had good momentum leading into this race. But they are doing some serious ad buys for her opponent. So here's some things you can do if you live in Wisconsin. Obviously, you can support Susan. If you know people who live in Wisconsin, you can encourage them to support Susan. But if you don't live there, you still have a vested interest in this. And that's why you can go to the link in my bio. You will find a link where you can actually donate to her campaign. Because, again, they're throwing tons of money at her opponent to try and create noise that makes the people of Wisconsin think that he's the one who has their best interests at heart. And he doesn't. The person who is best for Wisconsin and best for the country is Susan Crawford.